Alright, so on to red. Akum Boulderfoot seems like it's solid and limited. Not amazing. Battle Rampart's probably better than it looks. I think it used to be pretty good. Relevant abilities, relevant stopping power. Let's see, Battle Rattle Shaman seems quite good. Definitely a solid creature. Brimstone Mage is probably, I wouldn't say a bomb since it's going to be a slow format. And people aren't going to play that many creatures you can kill with it, but, you know, still pretty amazing. See, Brood Birthing doesn't seem very good. Unless you have a lot of things that make Eldrazi tokens and a lot of things to do with them. Devastating Summons is kind of interesting for constructed. Might play it in an aggressive limited deck, because I probably would. Just as a finisher, you drop it, you know, after you've dropped everything else, and then you make 2 huge guys, and hopefully that gives you the distance. Constructed, I'm not sure. Interesting, I mean, being the one mana cost. Disaster Radius seems like a bomb in limited. Really bad for constructed. Emrakul's Hatcher, quite good in limited. Good in, might be good in constructed. Explosive Revelation might be good enough for limited, depending on your curve. Pretty bad for constructed unless you can stack your deck. And even then, you know, better kill them. Let's see, Fisher Vent. Just, I don't know if there's enough non-basics. Let's see. Lands. Are there enough non-basic lands? No. So definitely can't really play that in your main deck in limited, and I doubt there's going to be anything good enough to board it in for. Flame Slash is amazing removal, so definitely take that really highly. Same thing with Forked Bolt, it's really good. You can take that pretty highly. Goblin Arsonist. It's kind of like a Mog Fanatic, so it's probably good enough. Play it in most decks. Unfortunately, you can't do it whenever you want. So that's, you know, not that great. Tunneler seems really bad. Siege Runner. Siege Runner seems quite good. Definitely take this guy really highly. He's almost like a removal spell, right? Because there's going to be so many guys with Defender, so you can take him probably really high on the creature, or on the creature curve, bottom of the removal curve. So, the fact that he's 2 for a 2/1 already, and then he does damage to him when he kills their guy, I mean, that's pretty insane. So he's like a red Hideous End for Defenders, and Beater otherwise. Heat Ray has always been pretty good for removal, so you can take that pretty highly. Red seems to have a lot of good removal, so red seems like it'll be good and limited. Hylian Eruption. Just depends on if you can make a bunch of tokens, but I would think that wouldn't be too hard, so yeah, you can probably take that and build around it. Kargan Dragonlord I'm not particularly happy about. It's not legendary, it should definitely be legendary. Just because he's mythic. I mean, you could have made him rare and this would have been fine, but as it is, if you know, he'll probably get play in all the mono red decks, I would think, as a 4/of, because he's really good. I mean, the fact that you can pay 4, make him a 4/4 flyer, and you dropped him as a 2/2, and then he just becomes insane later. Hopefully he doesn't get a lot of play. Hopefully he doesn't fit in a lot of decks. But if he does, I mean, he could easily become another $30 rare, $40, you know, mythic, and that could get really annoying. So he breaks kind of all the rules of what you want mythic cards to be. Um, you don't want them to be something you would want to play of as a 4 of. You don't want it to be something that easily goes into a lot of decks, like just being a monocolored card. You don't want it to have like a cheap casting cost, because that encourages people to want to play 4 of. You don't want it to go into an already obvious archetype, which is, big red, mono red burn, whatever. And you don't want it to push the curve if you're going to do those things, right? So, I mean, it's stupid. It's a stupid card. It's one of 2 cards in this set that really bother me as mythics. It just seems like Wizards is slowly creeping forward. It's like, boiling a frog. If they do it slow enough, they figure people won't notice, and, while they're raising the average cost.